Alright, let's break down what's going on with the latest Gaza ceasefire talks. Because honestly, it's a drama that just doesn't quit. So here's the scene. The US came up with a new ceasefire proposal for Gaza. Israel's already given it the green light, expecting Hamas to say yes and move things forward. But, plot twist. Hamas isn't just signing on the dotted line. Instead, Hamas sent back a counter-proposal. They want a permanent ceasefire, total Israeli withdrawal from Gaza, and full access for humanitarian aid. No strings attached, it's a big ask. Now, the US and Israeli officials? Yeah, they're not thrilled. President Trump's envoy actually called Hamas's response totally unacceptable, saying it's a step backward. Basically, the message is, accept our plan for a 60-day pause and hostage return, or talks stall again. Speaking of hostages, Hamas offered to release 10 living hostages and return the remains of 18 more, in exchange for an agreed-upon number of Palestinian prisoners. But they also had notes and amendments, like how the US should guarantee things, how hostages and prisoners get swapped, and what happens with aid and troop withdrawals. The crazy part? We don't even have the full details of the US proposal, most of it's still under wraps. Let's not forget why all this matters. The war kicked off back in October 2023 with a brutal Hamas attack on southern Israel, leaving around 1,200 dead and 251 taken hostage. Since then, about half the hostages have been freed, but dozens are still in Gaza. Meanwhile, the suffering in Gaza is off the charts. The Hamas-run health ministry says over 54,000 Palestinians have died, but those numbers aren't independently verified. So where does that leave us? Former President Trump says they're very close to an agreement, but with both sides trading amendments and counteroffers, it feels like the finish line keeps moving. I'm watching closely, because this story, it's far from over.